The danger with Donald Trump is that his behavior becomes so outrageous it no longer has the capacity to shock. What was once seen as beyond the pale is now regarded as the social and political norm. We have started to accept the unacceptable. If you want an example of how the president has corroded the political sphere, look at his response to the bombs sent to the Clintons, Obama and the broadcaster CNN. Instead of condemning the terrorists, the president attacked their targets. Without any shame, he called for more civility in public life and said those engaged in the political arena must stop treating political opponents as being morally defective. This is from a man who labeled his opponent crooked. Hillary questioned Obama's place of birth, branded reporters the enemy of the people, sided with white supremacists, and mocked a disabled journalist. The man who called Hillary Clinton crooked is now complaining about the tone of U.S. politics. Image, AFP, Getty Images. All of this is typical Trump, a refusal to take responsibility, the blaming of your opponents, and the stirring up of a moral dust storm which distracts attention from what actually happened. Yet there are people who still apologize for the president's behavior. Shadow Chancellor John McDonnell will today set out Labor's stall ahead of Monday's budget. Following on from Jeremy Corbyn's line of questioning at yesterday's PMQs, he will call on the Conservatives to make good on their claim to have called time on austerity. His speech comes as a report by Home Affairs Select Committee warns the police are struggling to cope and policing is at risk of becoming irrelevant to most people. John McDonnell is withering on the Tory claims to have halted austerity. Image, Getty Images. When Home Secretary Theresa May defended the cuts to police numbers by pointing out that crime had fallen despite the reduction in frontline staff. That line is looking increasingly hard to sustain now crime is rising. The consequences of austerity are now catching up with the Conservatives. In the Commons yesterday, the Prime Minister used a battery of statistics to claim more money was going to the police, councils and the health service. The problem with this line of defense is the disconnect between ministers say and the experience of the people on the ground. Today's agenda, 9:30 a.m., Dominic Raab takes Brexit questions in the Commons. 10 a.m., Shadow Chancellor John McDonnell speech setting our Labour's budget demands. 10:30 a.m., Commons leader Andrea Leadsom gives weekly update on Commons business. 11:30 a.m., debate on adding folic acid to bread. 1:30 p.m., debate in Westminster Hall on International Freedom of Religion or Belief Day 2018. Led, without apparent irony, by Jim Shannon MP. What I am reading, Matthew Dancona in the Standard on Beto O'Rourke, the man setting the Democrat Party alight.